Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai FOSS news. Let's kick things off with some exciting news from Canonical. According to its F.O.S.S, Canonical has just unveiled Myna, a brand new AI tool that's about to change how you interact with Ubuntu. Here's the cool part. This entire system runs locally on your hardware. No cloud dependency. No sending your voice to some remote server. Myna is designed to let you literally talk to your Ubuntu system instead of typing commands. It's set to make its debut with Ubuntu 26.10, and this could be a game changer for accessibility and everyday usability. Voice control on desktop Linux has been a long time coming, and having it built in and running entirely locally is exactly what the open source community has been asking for. Now let's talk about something way more serious. Open Source for You is reporting on a significant security threat that developers need to know about immediately. Researchers at Aikido Security have uncovered a coordinated attack exploiting the JetBrains marketplace. We're talking about 15 malicious AI coding plugins, all designed to look legitimate, but secretly stealing AI provider API keys from developers. This is a supply chain attack targeting the developer ecosystem directly, and it highlights just how dangerous it can be when we're not careful about which plugins we install. These aren't random malware drops either. This is an organized campaign. If you're a JetBrains user installing AI assistant plugins, you need to be extremely cautious right now. Check what plugins you have installed, verify their authenticity, and if you've recently installed any AI coding tools, consider rotating your API keys immediately. Moving on to some more positive news. Vercel has just made a huge contribution to the open source community. According to Open Source for You, Vercel is open sourcing Eve, its internal AI agent framework. This is their foundation for building, running, evaluating, and scaling AI agents, and they're giving it to the entire community for free. Why is this happening now? Well, AI-generated commits have surpassed 50% of all activity on Vercel's platform. The demand for agentic software development is skyrocketing, and instead of gatekeeping their solution, Vercel decided to open it up. This framework could become a crucial tool for developers building autonomous AI agents, and it's exactly the kind of move that accelerates innovation across the entire ecosystem. Let's talk about making tech skills accessible to everyone. The Cloud Native Computing Foundation and Linux Foundation Education just announced a partnership with Udemy, and this is huge. Open Source for You is covering how this collaboration creates a unified training and certification pathway for Kubernetes and cloud-native open-source technologies. The goal is crystal clear: expand access to these critical skills while meeting the industry's growing demand for certified professionals. If you've been wanting to get certified in cloud-native technologies but found the barrier to entry too high, this partnership is bringing those opportunities directly to platforms millions of people already use. It's about democratizing knowledge, and that's what the open source movement is all about. Here's something that shows where the smart money is going. According to Open Source for You, Baseten just closed a $1.5 billion funding round that values them at up to $13 billion. What are they doing? Providing AI inference infrastructure built on open source models. This is significant because enterprises are increasingly ditching expensive proprietary AI models in favor of open-source alternatives that cost less and give them more control. Baseten is betting that as adoption accelerates, companies will need robust infrastructure to actually run these models at scale. The fact that they're hitting a $13 billion valuation tells you everything you need to know about investor confidence in this space. Open-source AI is no longer a niche play. It's the future, and the funding reflects that. This is a sobering reminder of the challenges facing package repositories. Its F.O.S.S is reporting that Arch Linux has pulled the plug on new AUR registrations following a severe malware flood. We're talking about more than 1,500 packages being compromised, with new waves of malicious submissions continuing to come in. The Arch user repository is one of the largest community-driven package collections out there, so this attack has real impact. The fact that Arch Linux needed to temporarily halt new registrations shows just how serious things got. The good news? The community is fighting back. According to its F.O.S.S, the Yay package manager has released version 13 with new Lua-based hooks that let users create custom safety scripts. This is exactly how open source responds to threats, with better tooling and user empowerment. Let's shift gears to something cool from the gaming world. According to its F.O.S.S, Epic Games has built its own version control system called Lore, and it's specifically designed to handle large, complex data files. Here's what makes it interesting. It's written in Rust, released under the MIT license, so it's fully open source, and it solves a real problem that Git wasn't originally built to handle. When you're dealing with massive game assets, video files, or other hefty data, traditional Git really struggles. Lore is their answer. The fact that Epic Games is open sourcing this tool means the entire community can benefit and contribute. This is how we get better infrastructure for handling modern workloads that the original Git creators never anticipated. Finally, let's talk about a major shift happening in India. Open Source for You is reporting on how Indian startups are reassessing their dependence on foreign AI models following Anthropic's withdrawal of the Fable 5 model for foreign nationals. Here's what happened. The US government imposed restrictions, and suddenly, startups in India lost access. That's a wake-up call. The response? Calls for open-source AI models and domestic infrastructure that can't be restricted by overseas policy decisions. This is actually a brilliant case study in why open source matters. When you rely on proprietary, centralized solutions controlled by foreign companies, you're vulnerable to geopolitical whims. Open source alternatives give you sovereignty over your technology stack. India is not alone in this thinking, and we're likely to see continued investment in homegrown, open source AI solutions across the region.